skincare products that you don't need. Today, I'm gonna save you some money. Hi, it's your resident skincare nerd and local internet cat lady, here to break down some of the BS that is in the skincare industry. Specifically talking about some of these trends, what you should actually spend your money on, what you should know before you do, and moreover, the things that you should avoid, and the scientific reasons as to why. So if that sounds like your thing, make sure that you are subscribed, and also come follow me on Instagram, where you're gonna see a lot of stuff that I don't post here. Just kidding, that's James Welsh's intro, not mine. Obviously, this video and my last 24 hours have been very James Welsh inspired. If you haven't seen his video, do yourself a favor. Can we start off with these Gua Sha Stones? Don't get me wrong, I love these. I have one, obviously, but I've seen people charging upward $100 for this. This is an expensive, overpriced facial massager. Yes, it's great, it's fun, it's cooling to the skin, especially if you put it in the fridge, but you do not need to spend a ridiculous amount of money on these. They are selling you rocks with an exotic Chinese name and taking your money. Someone on Instagram or on the internet said this, and I wish that I could remember who, because I believe in giving credit where credit is due, but that's essentially what this is. It is an expensive rock with an exotic name that people are parting their good, hard-earned money for. You can get these very inexpensively online. Again, the idea is that they're a nice shape, so they fit the contour of your face. That's great, but get one for $10, not for $120. Some people are also selling them saying that they're like crystal quartz or rose quartz, or they have frequencies or vibrations. That's great, and if you've actually tested the vibrational frequency yourself, please show me and share. But we don't actually have science showing that that's going to benefit the skin, or really science that that's actually happening, especially in these rocks and the way they're manufactured. I just can't see spending ridiculous amounts of money on these. Use them, they're great for lymphatic drainage. You could also just use your hands if you really wanted to. That's what we do in medical aesthetics, but save your money. You don't need to spend so much on these. CBD oil. Trust me, I live in California. I know that people love their marijuana. And so if there's an option to shove it on their face and shove it in their skincare, people are going to jump at the opportunity to do so, meaning that companies are going to jump at the opportunity to sell it to you. This does get interesting because the body does have an endocannabinoid system. Basically, we have receptors that can bind to these compounds. However, from my understanding, there's not much in CBD oil that makes it different from other oils. You see, what is an oil? It fears water, or it separates from water, and oil molecules are nonpolar. Now, what makes CBD oil different than coconut oil or olive oil or argan oil or jojoba oil is basically their fatty acid profile or their lipid profile. Just the way I could make a vanilla cake or a chocolate cake. They have the same basic shape, they kind of look the same, it's still a cake, but there might be slightly different ingredients in each one. And that's what differentiates some of these oils. Now, a lot of people will sell you this CBD oil saying that it is the best thing since sliced funfetti, but let me tell you, it is an oil. There is nothing in this oil that is absolutely magical or going to transform your skin. Each oil and each fatty acid does have its own properties. For instance, linoleic acid has been compared to benzoyl peroxide in how it can help clear skin, or things such as oleic acid have been shown to maybe decrease or damage skin barrier. So these fatty acids are important, but remember that in oils, these fatty acids are bound up in triglycerides. It's basically, think of 3 little fatty acids and they're kind of stuck together on a backbone. And it's up to your skin or the enzymes in your skin to separate those out. And is there something magical in CBD oil? No, it's just a trend. Trust me, I'm not just in California, I'm in San Francisco and Santa Cruz. I've never personally smoked weed. I've never actually even touched weed, now that I think about it, but I know many people who have, and I do not judge the people that do. However, from a scientific perspective, it's very interesting to see these things being swept into skincare and into other things such as hemp clothing, which is great. But when it comes to these oils, until we have more research and until that research becomes compelling, use a different oil that's less expensive on your skin and you're probably going to get pretty similar results. The other thing you shouldn't waste your money on are skincare mists, specifically those that have a high water content. We see when water is sprayed onto the skin, it evaporates, and that evaporation can also take water that's in the skin and remove it, meaning that your skin is losing hydration. That's actually how sweat cools us down. When you get hot, your body sweats, that water sits on the skin, it evaporates off, which helps you cool down, cools your blood, cools your body temperature. But again, that evaporation can be very drying to skin, and I see see so many people using these sprays and skincare mists, especially if the first ingredients are water or denatured alcohol or witch hazel. You are basically just drying out your skin and compromising your skin barrier. If used in a toner, and if you're using strategically on areas that have blackheads or the T-zone that is very oily, that is fine, that is usable. But especially, I'm talking about these mists that people just walk around all day and spray, or that Evian, it's water in a can. You're paying $18 for canned water. Like, that is such a waste of money. There are some skincare mists, such as this one from Korea. This is from Frudia, and it's actually a base of pomegranate. So this claims to be slightly more hydrating. This is the Pomegranate Nutra Moisturizing Cream in Mist. It's supposed to be a moisturizer cream. I bought this with high hopes because, let's be honest, I tend to trust Korean skincare a little bit more than I do American skincare, but I even found that with this, it's not as hydrating as I would have hoped. It's not a moisturizer in a mist spray. It's not as drying as a regular mist, but again, these skincare mists are just a waste of money. Now, this is a little bit different than a toner mist or a setting spray mist. A toner mist is a toner in mist form. And especially if you're trying to get like a salicylic acid onto your back during the summer for back acne, that is great. That's not what we're talking about here. We're also not talking about makeup sprays. For instance, if you put makeup on your skin, you have a layer of foundation and then powder, and you're using a setting spray to lock that in and seal that down. That's different because you're sealing down that powder. You're not applying it directly on skin. So we're not talking about toners in mist form or makeup sprays. We're talking about those Pixie Beauty sprays or those Tatcha Harper sprays that you just spray onto your skin, and people say that it's gonna give you hydration, and really, if it's water, it's just evaporating off the skin and potentially compromising your skin barrier. There are some that have oils. Oils are different because they don't evaporate. Those oils do sit on the skin. So again, if the main ingredients are oils, that's totally fine. But if someone's trying to sell you this spray that keeps you refreshed throughout the day, or that you're supposed to spray as skincare or your expensive canned water bottle, don't buy it, don't fall for it, and save your money. I hope this helps you be an empowered consumer and actually spend money on things that matter to you. We've done videos on skincare that's actually worth the money and products that you should look for, which I highly recommend you watch. Make sure that like button is blue, and if you haven't subscribed, join the Butterfly family where we talk about skin science, cosmetic chemistry, and helping you save money and spend money in the right places. Also, remember that James Welsh video we spoke about in the beginning? Thank me later. Always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.